Welcome into Dumkey Field, our fourth semifinal of the day. The last in 6A and of the day is the second-seeded Mountain Ridge Sentinels, prepared to take on the third-seeded Lone Peak Knights. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Please be joined by Kenzie Christiansen from the Utah Lax Report. Well, Region 4, Region 3 being represented here. Two teams that had aspirations of making runs to a state championship game, and they're one win away. Kenzie, when you look at Lone Peak, 7-3 in Region 4, 14-4 overall, they got a lot of offense. It all kind of relies around the junior Maddie Potvin. And you look at Mountain Ridge, 12-0, undefeated in region play. Runia and Mackey, as well as Emery Clark, kind of three goal scorers over 50. When you look at this matchup, what do you expect looking at these two teams?
Well, coming from an outside perspective, I'm not super involved with two of these teams. I don't know a lot of the players or programs. So just seeing and hearing and watching film, I think Lone Peak comes into this game more well-rounded, where Mountain Ridge has key players that really stand out. So it's just, a battle between what's going to happen between, a full team and key players.
We've got a couple of successful keeps starting today. As for Mountain Ridge, it'll be number 99, Becca Bargeron, 551 save percentage for her on the season. Meanwhile, for Lone Peak, it'll be number 40, Ellie Fuller, the junior, 481 save percentage, is on the draw. Mountain Ridge in the white and silver. Had the opportunity, but it's Lone Peak controlling it, but can't stay in. It'll be Mountain Ridge possession. We're playing gold lines for you today here at Dumkey Field. The winner looking to advance to the state championship game Thursday at Zions Bank Stadium to take on the Skyridge Falcons.
They've had some clean passes here.
Mountain Ridge dissecting the defense.
Shooting space. I mean, that was fast
Beautiful,
movement.
huh?
That was fast movement. Super crisp, super connected. Well done.
Want to let you know the clock you see on your screen unofficial. Big windup and the save made here by Fuller. We will take times to stop it early, start it late, that type of a thing, just to try to keep it synchronized with the official clock on the scoreboard here. As it will be, stay with Mountain Ridge here.
Ball going to Centennials.
Both these two teams have played Skyridge. Neither have defeated them.
Mm-hmm.
But both have comparable scores.
Yeah. I mean, I think Mountain Ridge had a more competitive game against Skyridge versus Lone Peak versus Skyridge. So we'll see what happens here today and what goes up next.
This is Paige Runia. We talked about 56 goals for her on the year. And there's number 1 for her this evening.
Yep, left hip. Successful left hip shot. That was beautiful. Had a lot of speed behind it, creating that wind into the net.
Baited's not the right word, but it felt like she was kind of like just waiting for that right moment, and then bam, strike, and back in the net.
I was just kind of just a little back and forth. Yeah, I get what you're saying, yes.
Mountain Ridge striking first. And the draw. Annalise Anderson, 585 on the draw this year for Mountain Ridge. And she's got some length. And she
is tall. Over to Tessa.
Height. Another draw captured here. This is Tessa Mortensen with it.
Kept control between those two Lone Peak defenders. Nice little transitions.
Boy, they nearly had Aubrey Shaw right in front of the cage.
Yep, and ball was just kicked out of bounds by Lone Peak. Will be picked up and gathered by Shaw.
Lone Peak here kind of trying to settle in. This is Clark with it. Emery. As Mountain Ridge works this around now with Mortensen again. Tessa. Looking for that run through the middle. Kept here by Mountain Ridge.
Shaw's got it back behind.
Again with Clark.
Is that Emery Clark?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of possession here for Mountain Ridge in the early going. Oh, nice little juke. Tessa
Got shut down. Pass the body. Should we get the second inside? Free possession shot.
I mean, Lone Peak has not had possession yet, right?
They had it for like a brief second.
Okay.
At the draw. Brief.
Okay.
And then it went out of bounds.
Coming in. Off the shot and a goal. 2-0 Mountain Ridge. Credit to Tessa Mortensen.
Yeah, she did a little, it looked like almost like a back step. Got the shot right off that goalie's upper left shoulder. Good job, Tess, was having that great control.
Great start here for the Sentinels.
Yeah. 2-0, 22 minutes in. Or 22 minutes to go.
Eliza Agate to the draw here for Lone Peak, the freshman. This draw.
Tipped by Lone Peak.
Secured by Lone Peak. Here comes Eliza. Right in front. Boy.
Way to keep holding that, waiting for the better opportunity to shoot.
And the save made. Bargeron able to handle it for Mountain Ridge.
Yeah, Barge had a great save there. Bargeron. I don't think I've ever said her full name. She's always been Barge.
This one given up.
Nice pick up by
Bargeron
Lone
rushing
Peak.
back. Peeling through. And a save by Becca.
Cover going to Lone Peak.
Boy, that was a great opportunity for Zoe Gustafson for Lone Peak.
Had an
Knights
open
back
player
with it.
center.
Gabby. And it was actually Gabby that had the opportunity. My apologies. It was 13. Clock is running here. We're just letting it catch up to ours. Is that pass off the mark
Oh, I
and
thought it
controlled by
went.
Becca?
One of those moments where you're like, oh, did that go in? Didn't. Outside.
Becca's made a couple nice plays here early on for Mountain Ridge. Had to get it out of the crease and does.
Yeah, she has great stick control. Fast steps.
Here comes Mountain Ridge with a burst. Sentinels coming ahead. Here's Clark. Middle with Runya.
Over Tessa.
In front, Tessa the goal!
Down in that 5-hole.
Transition for Mountain Ridge.
Yeah, that was smart and fast. Something that Lone Peak lacked a little bit over there when they were on the attacking side is they weren't seeing their teammates. Centennials are not lacking that at all. They are seeing their teammates. They're having fast passes and smart transitions with smart shot placement. Just playing a well-rounded game. And we were at 3 points for them.
The other thing I love is the patience.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw it from Lone Peak too,
Yeah, of
right?
course, yeah.
Thought they had the opportunity in front of the cage and they kind of ran around, waited for another shot. But how many times have we seen Tessa with just that little fake and sidestep, and we're just kind of dissecting to get the right angle and the right look?
Tess has been a great player since the first time she stepped on the field. She's very athletic, very skillful, and very coachable, and very polite.
Please and thank you, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, coach. Yes.
If she's apologizing after every goal, that's when you know that the politeness is kind of next level, right?
Yes.
Sorry I had to score it, but I had to score it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, just working right through.
On goal, left hip.
Annalise Anderson, the goal.
Yeah, Annalise took it all the way up here from draws, went all the way downfield. Like, it almost seemed like the Lone Peak defenders were sitting there, standing as posts for her to weave around and get, there wasn't a lot of confrontation on the defensive end towards her.
Stop the ball, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's common in everything. And
leave
it
your
was kind of
players
like, I'll just run around you and around you and just
around.
whoop, 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 whoop.
Nope, not
Goal.
you either. Yep.
4-0. If you're Lone Peak, do you take a timeout here?
I would to regather, get everybody in the right mindset.
Shell-shocked is not the right word, but just the way it started, like the momentum, the builds, kind of need to figure a way to tap the brakes on
You
it.
got to figure out how to slow down some of these top players here on Mountain Ridge.
Rolling back, finally controlled there by Fuller.
Nice little carry through.
Yeah, Maddie Potvin, we talked about her 69 goals on the year for the Knights. Working this ahead with Corinne Jones. Jones ahead,
and
right
center.
in front of the cage, and the goal for Lone Peak. A little dribbler that Becca couldn't fully stop, and Lone Peak on the board.
Yeah, no, Barger's had some amazing stops today, but I mean, you know, she's already signed on to a D2 school, has a great drive here for next year, but right here on the field now, she's had great saves to let one in. You know, it's bound to happen at some point that, you know, you take so many shots at someone that's going to go in. And yeah, she's had a great stop so far.
Lauren Siri with the goal. I'm going to go out on a limb and say related to Nick Siri, who's on the Lone Peak boys team this year.
I would guess so. I'm not sure.
I'll go on a limb on that one. Could be wrong. We've also got Sadie Neuenschwander. There was an Anders Neuenschwander that played for the boys Lone Peak team. Is collected by Mountain Ridge. Abby Haney had it. Get that over, I think, to Guyman. Hard to see that number. Tessa again, a pair of goals here early on for Mountain Ridge.
Nice pickup.
There by McCune. Here comes Potman. Maddie again. Boy, look at Mountain Ridge come back. That's Tessa.
Tessa's fast.
To the angle. The shot just wide. And one there by Becca. Up ahead with Guyman.
We got a little draw and dump. Pull that defender to her, dump it on over.
Clark able to keep that. Emery.
Nice little check on the backside for Lone Peak.
Yeah.
You hang that stick, someone's going to check it.
Pushed over with Guyman. Now Shaw.
Oh, shooting space.
Shooting space, yeah.
Shaw will be set up on the hanging hash. Looks like she might be ripping it.
Looks
or she
that
might
way.
be faking it to pass it over to her two open players. We got Morgan over there and number 5. Yeah.
You called it.
Called it. Hold it out. The way to play it safe. Redriving.
That is Morgan Mackey. Boy, it looked like she kind of held her mouth like she maybe took the stick high.
Nice
Here comes
fast
Lone
turnover.
Peak.
Picked up by, thought it was going to be picked up by Lily.
Siri trying to keep it there for the Knights. Mountain Ridge able to get out of trouble. Mountain Ridge will start it. Boy, again, just kind of running around the defense here, Kenzie.
Yeah. Running around, dodging around. Defense is really stepping to, closing that gap.
Here's Guyman.
Over
Tessa.
to Tess.
Oh, nice step. Tessa was looking for a feed, finds it, and the goal.
Shot. Had a little had control of the ball off that feed, controlled it, able to do a quick little fake and sunk it to the bottom.
Runia with her second of the game and a timeout taken by Lone Peak. 5-1, Mountain Ridge jumping out to the early lead. You're watching the 6A semifinal only on KSLSports.com. Welcome back. 6:17 left here, opening quarter. Mountain Ridge 5-1. I mean, Kenzie, what's been so impressive about Mountain Ridge or so difficult for Lone Peak to stop here early on?
I mean, that kind of left me speechless a little bit. Like, there's been incredible draws won by Mountain Ridge, and, you know, Tessa's from the beginning been a phenomenal player, having some really good juke dodges, and you know, I can't even get words. Like, they've just played so well. They've had great transitions.
We've got some Bear River Bears have just walked in. They had a successful afternoon in the 4A semi. Lone Peak with a big win on the draw, and see if Potvin and company can get something going.
Keeping control.
That's been a big difference. I mean, Mountain Ridge has probably had, what, 85% of the possession here in the opening 10 minutes?
Yeah. I mean, I think this is, what, the second time maybe Lone Peak, maybe third down here on the attack side?
Yep. This is Eliza, the freshman for Lone Peak, had it. They work it around here. Potvin with it. Trying to peel through this defense.
Shooting space. I think she's getting the center hash.
Yeah, that would be my guess. Did you just rip it here? This leading score for Lone Peak. Just get something on frame.
Becca's, I don't know. Becca's so fast. She's a good goalie. I think you got to move her around a bit to get a goal back behind her.
The rip. Wide, backed up.
This is crucial moments. You got to pick up that ball, bring it in, and have your team ready. You got to move fast.
I'll tell you, we've talked. I've done a lot of boys' games, still learning the girls' game. To me, that's the big difference. Like, hey, start. Right? Like,
move.
Get it going. Nice save there by Becca. There's other differences too, but it just feels like there's an opportunity, right? Like, if you're ready, get the ball and go.
Yeah, but there's random spots and some calls that are whistle start and that
aren't.
Offside, whistle start. You know, even if it's not in the CSA. Like, you know, alternate possession, whistle start. Like, there's some things that are outside the CSA that are whistle start. And so that's sometimes what, you know, girls hold back and try and figure out. Is it whistle or is it not? Shooting space.
Yeah. Yes, I don't mean that you can just pick up the ball anytime and run, right? But it's like when you've got the opportunity, like,
they don't take it. They're slow. Yeah. They're kind of mosey on the field, or they just need to step on and go.
Clark, the shot of the goal, 6-1 Mountain Ridge.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot. She put her whole body behind that, being able to equal, you know, from her hips to her torso to her hands to her stick, being able to have a good, strong follow-through with a powerful shot.
Emery, her 64th goal of the year, just a sophomore.
Mm-hmm. She's young. She is young. You know, I'm excited to see how she grows.
She might have a future in this sport, huh?
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe
a little bit.
Maybe.
We'll see.
6-1 Mountain Ridge in this semifinal. I thought this would be our game of the day, and yet Mountain Ridge has come out and just sent notice.
I mean, where we've been surprised in various moments throughout all these games.
Draw. Mountain Ridge. Here comes Runya. She's got a pair today.
Good tracing.
Emery. Sends over there with Haney. Abby. Here's Tess.
Yep, change speed.
Try to get that over to Claren.
Morgan picked it up.
Yep. This will be Mackey. There's Morgan. Shot. Oh, didn't make it through.
Saved by the defender. Nice pickup by Emery. Right in front of the shot. Right off, I think, the goalie's head.
Was it head or iron? I couldn't tell.
It could be either.
It stayed out, which if you're Lone
Exactly.
Peak, that's all you need right
That's all
now,
you need.
right? Like,
That's
just
all you
fend
want.
it off. Mountain Ridge still on as they continue to be strong with possession. Runya.
Nice little roll dodges that were able to be stopped.
Kiara.
Cross the body.
Try this again. Kiara. Looking in front.
Morgan, ball drop.
Boy, Lone Peak late to see that. Fortunate that didn't end up in the back of the net.
Yep. Lone Peak's just got to clean up their game a little bit. You know, trace the ball a little faster, move the ball a little faster, and take advantage of all the time they have down on attack.
Here comes Neuenschwander. Lofting one up.
They're getting double teamed, roll back.
Boy, they had it to
Smart to
Podman,
pull
but
it out.
Mountain Ridge didn't give her a lane.
Yeah,
Coming through.
made her own lane. Sometimes the shots, like, you don't need so much power. Just a little bit of finesse, get the goalie moved a little bit, find a placement. And a couple of their shots for Lone Peak have been just, you know, get close, rip it, and it's been wide.
Here's Siri, the lone goal scorer for the Knights here. Trying to come around. Corinne Jones.
Thank good low.
Able to go low. Lone Peak gets a much needed goal.
Fun fact about Corinne Jones, our shooter that just made that goal. She loves skiing, mountain biking, and river rafting. A few fun facts about her.
Bit of an outdoor enthusiast.
Yeah, I think she might like the being outside a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
I like some hard activities. I mean, skiing, biking, river rafting. That's a lot of energy.
Those are busy weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, and then throw some games in there.
right. Off the draw.
Test stay a little patient.
Battle here by Lone Peak. A lot of these have been won cleanly by Mountain Ridge. They're making them work for this one. Runya with it.
Up a little too far ahead.
See Kelly coming all the way over there for Lone Peak.
Nice
Whistle
little
there,
breakthrough.
no goal.
Cross the body check. I mean, her last free position was a power shot. We'll see. Looks like she's winding up to do another.
Emery, like a batter. Ready to put the swing on. Oh, knocked away. Oh, I say an early start there for McCune.
I mean, it looked. I mean, I didn't look for the early start, but it looked great to me.
Yeah.
You know, she was playing around her stick. You know, that defender's was ready to take that back.
Just say, if nothing else, you'd make her think twice about it, right?
Yeah.
But Clark, you can make her
confident
think
with
three
herself.
times.
Yep.
She'll finish.
Yep. Confident in yourself, confident in your skills. She's gonna get right back low into the back of that goal.
7-2 Mountain Ridge.
I don't think there's been a lot of like assists in this game. I feel
No.
like there's been a lot of, you know, individual playing. And if this, you know, Mountain Ridge could connect a little more and play more as a team, I think we could see more creative shots. I think we've seen great shots so far, but just something a little more spicy out there.
Back to the draw. I don't know what shots are in this game. It's got to be, what, like 15-5 right now?
Somewhere near there.
I mean, it's pretty one-sided here early on.
Yes. Yep.
Another draw, another possession.
Tessa has the center lane. See if Lone Peak will be able to close it off, and they did. Push, going back to Tessa.
Coming through. That hit the pipe.
I think it hit a pipe and then into a player. Crease violation. Give me goalie ball. Shot will be moved behind. Nice little pass out front.
There's Potvin.
Good transition. Got to pick it back up.
Siri trying to stay with it for Lone Peak.
I feel like Lone Peak is playing a very calm and slower game. They just got to pick up that energy just a bit.
Worked up with Eliza.
I think they're playing a little bit of backer. Annalise is tracing around ball. Yep.
What do you mean by backer?
Yeah, so what it is a backer zone. So the girls have... Nice! So the girls have their positioning. They have their girl, but then they have a second defender behind them so that first defender can step up and play a little tighter D. If that defender gets beat by the attacker, there's the backer to back up the defender.
Boy, Eliza couldn't get her bearings to shoot. There tries it, stopped, and pushed back in the crease. Able to find the outlet. Here comes Mountain Ridge. Kiara. Worked over with Emery. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. All right in front. Feels like Lone Peak, the defense right now, just kind of scrambling to keep things
kind of maintained.
Yeah. Right in front, and the finish, Emery Clark.
Strong shot over that left shoulder.
We talked about Lone Peak wanting to settle in. Kenzie, what do you do?
I mean, she's already called the time. By she, I mean Wes. Wes has already called a timeout for her team for Lone Peak. I think it's now finding that inner fire with every girl on the field. I feel like they've been, like I said, low energy, just very calm. They need to find that fire and fight. Just like that. There we go. We need a little more of that on the field. Those good hype moments.
Their leading goal scorer has, maybe had one shot.
I think so.
We're just not giving her a lot to look at. They come over with Maddox. This Lone Peak team can score in bunches. They played in Region 4, have gone up against Skyridge. Certainly have the ability, but man, they just look disoriented here. Mountain Ridge with the possession. Here comes Annalise.
Something that Mountain Ridge has been doing well is passing on the go. Like, they're not having any type of settled foot or stepping back to pass off. They are keeping it fluid, moving forward, catching ahead of them, protecting their six. Is playing having a high lacrosse IQ.
I'm in there.
Push and is it force through?
Offensive.
It's going, yeah, it was a force through.
Lone Peak will put it in play here. right.
Gotta get those smooth transitions. So far, we're starting out pretty good.
Look at how quickly Mountain Ridge is to retreat back and get help.
Mm-hmm.
There's Fillmore right in front for Potvin. No. Maddox still on it. Peak trying to keep it and will, thanks to Maddie.
Get a little.
Patience. Can't get a shot away. Maddox has it. Trying for the shot. Tough angle. Denied. Lone Peak will start with it. Pushing
Push.
the crease there.
To begin that hanging hash, she's a right-handed player, so she might be looking over to number 17, dead center, wide open.
Yeah.
Looks like she might be getting guarded, but
Here's Brooklyn Fillmore, senior attacker. Crafty play there defensively by Mountain Ridge. Lone Peak still on it. Maddox looking
able to
for
break
a
through,
lane.
and yes, got that little 5-hole down low with a bounce.
Katrina Maddox, the sophomore, scoring for Lone Peak.
Lone Peak goal, number 43, Katrina Maddox.
Sometimes you just kind of have to battle through adversity, right? And they've had to make a couple plays to keep that alive and kind of keep things going, and Maddox able to finally finish it.
Yeah, that was good on them, being able to finally sink that ball in the back of the net. You know, they were able to have a lot of, balls were dropped, but they fought for them, and ultimately got that back there.
Back to the draw.
Nice little takeaway for Mountain Ridge. Wide open. Tessa dropped it.
Tessa resecuring.
I'm surprised Tess dropped that. She's had so many tight defenders around her where she's kept such good control.
Yeah.
Left open. She has a little too much playing ability.
Maybe one where she just saw how much grass was in front of her and thought, oh, here we go.
Right?
Cover there.
Cover going back to White. Tess will begin the ball.
Tessa trying to hand that off right in front. Boy, Runya coming away with it. There's Guyman.
A little too.
Intended for Clark there. In the air, Lone Peak has it.
Lone Peak's got to move that ball fast.
Here comes Potvin. Here comes Jones. Has a goal today. Corinne slicing and dicing, and that's saved.
Not enough power. Bart was able to stop that down low.
2 minutes remaining.
Becca continues to just be solid in cage for Mountain Ridge.
Lily's running it up. She might cross over. Nope, far
Messina.
pass down to Morgan. Too far.
Also be Lone Peak.
With that being a pass, yep, it's going to be picked up by Lone Peak. Brought back in. We got open players. Good first pass. Looking ahead to the second pass. Great catch.
Here comes Siri.
Good
Now with
transition.
Maddie.
Moving the ball and not so much feet. That's good. It's fast.
90 seconds left here in the first half. Maddie. Looks over with
She has an open
McCune.
lane. Didn't take advantage of it. Nice
They're trying to get in
interception.
front. Mountain Ridge defense too quick.
Oh, slid on around. Oh, push.
Yeah.
You know, Lone Peak had the advantage to be able to pick it up. But unfortunately, there was some confrontation. I think it does go to White.
So McCune will put this in play. Seconds coming off the clock here. 40 seconds to go. Here's Maddie. Maddie threw. That one knocked loose, and Becca has it. Becca, pressure.
Great stick handling. Ball block this. I think it was an up check. Going back to Becca. Should be placed on the dot.
10 seconds.
Final 10 seconds of the half. That's going to stop it here with 5. I heard Mountain Ridge say, hey, just run this out. That will appear to be the case. Halftime in the 6A semi. The second-seeded Mountain Ridge Sentinels hold the 8-3 lead over Lone Peak at the break. You're watching the girls' 6A playoff only on KSLSports.com. Welcome back. Start of the second half. Mountain Ridge, Lone Peak in the 6A semifinal. Dane Stewart, Kenzie Christiansen with you. Kenzie, I don't know if I saw this being a 5-6 goal game. Mountain Ridge has just been the better team. I mean, I've asked you this a couple times. What do you change if you're Lone Peak?
Energy. Energy. Mindset and energy.
Is there like a soda machine or Girl Scout cookies or something, right?
I mean, I got some Girl Scout cookies in my bag, but I don't think there's enough. Yeah, well, just here, these little spurts of energy that they have been great, but they need that off the bat. You know, they're answering, and they need to be answered too.
Here comes Lone Peak. Sorry, had that
All
jar
popped
loose.
out from the
Yep.
hold.
You go back to, Maddie Potvin, 69 goals coming in. Did not score in that first half. Did not have a lot of looks. Mountain Ridge kind of forced it away from her and, meant other players, Corinne Jones, Lauren Siri, have had to step up. Coming in, Siri, save. And that's been the other problem is Becca Bergeron.
Becca's too good. Did Becca will just step away for a second? We'd be good, right? No, she's done phenomenal.
Lone Peak has it. Here's Jones. Couple Sentinel defenders around her. Back out now with McCune. Up with Gustafson. Zoe.
Nice feed. Unfortunately not picked up.
And Siri just couldn't quite keep long enough. Whistle there. Eliza trying to force the possession. Lone Peak's had a little more
energy
here.
Hopefully they can keep that up and step it up a notch.
Season's on the line here in the semifinal. Of course, championship game Thursday, 7 o'clock at Zions Bank Stadium. Skyridge and the winner of these two will have that for you right here on KSLSports.com. As Runia looking ahead. Here's Tessa.
Looking ahead at Shaw. Picked up by Morgan.
And that ball was just kind of sitting there and Morgan able to gather. Trying to find that. Dodge, and she does. Morgan with the goal, and it's 9-3. Mountain Ridge.
Sentinel goal, number 6, Morgan Matthews.
I mean, this is the pressure that Lone Peak's goalie's got to be feeling right now. And he's had a lot of shots on goal. You know, defense has always been there, but it's just not been enough. There's just a lot of pressure for one person to hold.
Well, and even that, I mean, you know, Mackey takes a couple of bumps. She stays with it and is able to eventually find the space, and now you're one-on-one with the goalie.
Yeah.
It's been some sheer stick-to-itiveness
Yes.
on the part of Mountain Ridge.
Yes.
A 6-goal difference. And on the draw, Mountain Ridge again. Annalise. Gathered by Lone Peak. Siri with it.
15 is tall. So
Yeah.
that's Siri, yeah.
Here's Maddie.
Oh, I didn't even hear the whistle, but shooting space.
Yeah. And this is the player that I feel like has to make her presence known.
Yes.
Right? Like, you got to start to take over, find your shot. Here's an opportunity, missed it wide.
Lily's picking.
Gathered by Mountain Ridge as it's Brielle, the freshman, with it. Try to hand that back, and Lone Peak has it. Ran out of room. Just a fraction there. They'll keep it with the Knights. She's not fully in play, so they'll reset it. Here's Siri. Lauren using that screen. Siri, the shot of the goal.
That was a smooth shot. I think Becca wasn't really quite ready for that. She had defenders in front of her. Becca had that facing those defenders. I don't think she was quite ready for that shot.
Lauren scored in the first half. A goal there for Lone Peak. Goals 28 and 29 on the season for the junior. The draw.
Lone Peak went a little early. Ball will be taken over by Mountain Ridge. Oh my gosh. This is a little bit too far for Shaw to pick up.
Mackey trying to gain possession. Lone Peak sends it out.
Yeah, playing a little hockey back there, trying to get the redirectionals, get that pickup.
Knights have it. Couldn't be kept in. McCune tried. Didn't have enough space. There's Tessa. Back with Haney. That one
Nice
saved.
block.
I think that shot was from Shaw. Regained by Tessa. That's going to be a yellow here on the defense of Lone Peak.
That was dangerous play. Is what that yellow card was for. She'll be sitting out for 2 minutes. Mountain Ridge will be playing a player up. We'll see how they take advantage of this time.
If you don't have energy here, it could be problematic. Trying to carve through.
shooting space and man up. Not too bad of a position to be in for the Mountain Ridge.
Shot.
A little high.
Backed up. While they're on the push. Haney will start it. Kiara. There's a whistle on the flag.
3 seconds should be pulled behind. Attacker with the ball will be put on the top of the 12. All they have to do is clear the lane. Nice
Looking
look.
in front.
Cross the body.
This will be Clark. 8 meters.
Got her wind up.
Shot. Saved. 4. Big save there for Lone Peak.
Elizabeth Fuller.
Looking up for Jones. Now Siri. Lauren to the middle. The shot just wide. And won by Mountain Ridge.
Yep, Lily will be picking it up, bringing it onto the field. Cross the body. Will be whistle start. Whistle start.
Messina will put it in play for Mountain Ridge. Oh, a floater there for Runya. Has Clark to her right. Page now with Emery.
After shot.
Right in front.
Not sure it was called, but I think it's going back to Shaw.
That's
Second inside.
Aubrey.
Oh, a little bit of push. Taking it for the first inside. You know, knowing that Lone Peak's going to crush in fast on her, should probably look out for maybe a pass over to Tess or Morgan, or even do a power shot.
Shaw. Trying to work through here. Shaw had it just jarred loose late. It kind of felt like players that were maybe expecting a whistle. Everyone seemed a little stalled there.
Yeah, I think they expected it, but I didn't see a foul myself. So.
Yeah. Boy, they
Push.
had Maddie, just couldn't get her the ball.
Yeah, Maddie will be taking the ball.
Jones with it, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Is that Emma Jones, right?
There's Corinne.
When you have those possible lanes, I mean, when Lone Peak, I would take it. Your 5-point differential,
Yeah.
15 minutes left. Playing it safe is, could be a smart play, but at the same time, you were just wasting more time to try and get a goal.
It's a bit late. They did kill off the man down scenario.
It's true.
They don't get a shot away. Ground ball here, kept by the Knights. I had Maddie right in front. Somehow it finds her, and Hoffman with her first goal of the game.
Lone Peak goal number 3, Madeline Hoffman, assisted by number 33.
Talking about she's got to be the player to get going for Lone Peak.
Yeah, once you get her going, I mean, hopefully that sparks something. Continues the plays to go forward. Keeping that energy that Lone Peak needs pretty badly.
70th goal of the season for the junior Maddie Potvin. A 3-1 run here for Lone Peak. Trailed 8-2. went back to the draw. And this has been an area that Annalise has just dominated for Mountain Ridge today.
I mean, I definitely think her height helps her. You know, she's been able to direct it, but then also have some directed straight to herself.
How key is something like leverage in a draw?
Depends on who you're going against and depending on how you personally, just like here, she did have the height and where she's able to pick it up. But it depends on who you're going against, what kind of pressure you're getting and what kind of pressure you're giving and what you're stronger at, if you're a pull or a push person. So it depends. It honestly depends.
Tessa was looking there for Mackey, and Lone Peak defense doing a nice job of closing down on it. Lone Peak faithful trying to cheer on their night defense here. Clark able to carve through, and the goal from Emery.
Mountain Ridge goal number 32, Emery Clark.
It's a big answer for Mountain Ridge. It felt like Lone Peak had maybe started to see something going, and
Yeah, they started to get some momentum, but Mountain Ridge is answering to that momentum and giving them a good answer, just like Emery did right there, getting them a goal. What we were talking about before with like Annalise's height, it definitely helps her because she has done, just like the previous one, a self-draw, which she's able to tip it away, which she's able to gather it in her favor. So I do think in this game it has been an advantage for her.
off the draw. Good help there from McCune.
She got some speed.
Still there.
I mean, this is kind of fun for Rebecca Barge. Her sister Hannah plays here at Westminster as the goalie, so for her to be on the turf here, it's kind of a good, fun moment for her and her family. Nice save.
Yeah, shot right to Becca.
Crease violation. Yeah, Annalise far out and open. Yep, looks like where it's going. Straight over to Tess.
Tessa.
Super direct passes. Very clean.
Bring back to the middle, finding her teammate.
Smart to pull it out. I mean, they got the lead. So play smarter, not harder.
Yeah, Haney here showing patience. Tessa trying to get in front with Mackey. Clark working in front. Emery with back-to-back goals. The sophomore creating for Mountain Ridge. She's got 5 of them this evening.
No, it's amazing. She's done really well. She's had great shot placement, a lot of power behind it, and she's a great little sophomore. Going to be a great addition for future years and this coming game right now. This game right now.
We talked about Lone Peak was getting a bit of a feel and back-to-back goals and pushed this right back to 6. Sentinels looking to advance to a state final on Thursday to take on Skyridge. Nice draw,
Nice
controlled by the Knights.
Nice and clean. Let's see their teams break through. Nice
Siri
goal.
with the goal.
Lone Peak has just got to have a few more good moments like that. I think they're a strong enough team to, be competing with the Centennials, but they just have not kept up with the amount of energy that the Centennials are bringing to the field. They can keep what they just had, just keep that going and flowing for like the next 13 minutes. We could have a really fun game on our hands.
I mean, you see a play like that, And it's kind of like clearly the ability's there.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, Mountain Ridge has done some things to take it away from him. Obviously, the draws hasn't helped the situation, but
I mean, maybe said once before today, you win the draw, you win the game. Right now, that's kind of the case, but Lone Peak is answering. They've won a few draw themselves, which led to that goal just then.
this draw. Ground ball here. And Lone Peak, oh, called for the push there. We'll get a card here.
Check to the head.
So another yellow card here to Lone Peak.
Is that their, I think, second of the night? Mm-hmm.
Yep. And this defense is going to have to hunker down here.
Yeah, they got to have their head on a swivel. You know, they're always going to have a man open. It just matters on how Mountain Ridge is going to take that time and take that extra play and how they're going to use her as an asset.
Is this kind of the knockout blow for your Mountain Ridge if you can score here? Saved.
Going to be taken by Tessa.
Yep.
But your answer just a minute ago, yeah, it does definitely show the strengths of how Mountain Ridge is going to be able to move the ball and work as a team when they are man up. Get a little interference with that pass to Shaw.
Well, I missed that whistle as well. Just couldn't hear it.
So there is some confrontation, not saying it happened specifically in this moment, but there's some things that are not the defendant's fault. Not saying that was the specific moment, but there's times where, you know, a player may run into another player's stick and hit her own head. That happens, you know, people get frustrated. Or, you know, that player could already have a space taken and that attacker or that opponent player comes into the space and happens to get her head hit. Sometimes I like to say it's self-inflicted. That's not, you know, what's in the rule book, but it's how it's seen and how it goes sometimes.
Giving it over to Runya. Working back. I had a flag there.
Held the
The
whistle.
man down time here is draining.
Yep.
Lone Peak
Peak's
is-
bringing on.
Yeah, killed it off. Runya here will have it from 8 meters. Coming in, and the goal. Paige Runya scoring her third.
Paige Runya, goal for Mountain Ridge.
I mean, there's something we've heard quite a few times here in this specific game is that let them play is, you know, just like what I'm quoting from some of the fans. You know, if it was on the flip side and they weren't calling everything they seem like they are now, they would also be frustrated. So it's like always a lose-lose situation. You know, I'd rather the refs call everything they see and keep the game safe, fair, and fun than to let injuries fly by or fouls just to be allowed. You know, when you allow some fouls just to go, that's when, you know, too rough a battle can hit the field.
And you do see those escalations, which nobody wants
Yeah.
those, right? And, you know, the other item is it's what's in the rule book is not the official's fault. And
Exactly.
they may not even agree with the rules in some cases, but
Yeah,
it's their job to enforce them, like them or dislike them.
exactly.
Moved over, Siri just missed it wide. And, go ahead.
You're good. Go
Oh,
ahead.
I was just going to say, if you don't think the officials do a good job, then submit an application. Go be an official. Go help. Right?
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, I love the refs in the stands.
It is not an easy job. I've been offered it, and I've said no.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I don't want it.
Well, Angie for Mountain Ridge and Wes are both officials, so they both have an appreciation for the refs, and you don't hear them very much say anything. Nice. Well,
We talked about Maddie making herself more known, and she does there. Just takes on, navigates traffic, finishes.
Yeah, that was beautifully done.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that, fans might be frustrated. I haven't seen either bench really be all that frustrated.
No, because they understand the rules. They're officials themselves. They understand things. There's always going to be times that you don't agree with something someone else has said or called, but that's just life. Not everything is exactly the way you want it to go, but they're both very respectful sidelines.
Another timeout taken here by Lone Peak with 9:23 left to go. Coach West trying to figure out how to help push their troops to a strong finish here in the 6A semifinal. Welcome back to the draw. And I'll tell you, we talked about Lone Peak's energy. There's good energy coming out of the timeout. See if that carries with them on the field.
Yeah, we shall see.
9:20 left here in regulation. A lot of work to do for the Knights.
Annalise's height didn't help her there. Lone Peak was able to sneak up and get that ball.
Good work by Jones. Here comes Maddie. Maddie's not wasting time. That pass just off, and Becca has it in the crease. It's one of those where it's, hey, someone's season is ending tonight. Do you want it to be yours?
Yeah, right.
All right, we're 9 minutes away. Becca trying to deal with the pressure there.
Nice strict pass. Lola's able to make it across field.
Cena. Up with Kiara. Pass off the mark. Mountain Ridge found it. There's Clark. Mortensen had a pair of goals in the first. Helped set the tone for Mountain Ridge. Working through. Flag there.
I mean, Tessa's back up for that 8-meter free position. She's made goals here before. Let's see if she'll be able to get another ball back in the net.
Here's Tessa. Got, the false start there. Tessa will try again. How about a little extra push there? I don't know if you caught that. That was played wide.
Out of bounds, still in the black.
Clark gathering for Mountain Ridge. Henry's pass just a touch behind Runya. Here's Kelly. Long pass
high.
ahead. And Mackey with it. Annalise. Mackey. Emery. Down with Chalk. Footing there.
I think it's going to be a card.
I will. Yellow here, so again, man down for Lone Peak. Mountain Ridge will start it. Jumped out, what, 4-0 in this one?
I think so. Sounds correct, yes.
Been able to really maintain that. Ridge. Looks in front. Runya couldn't get it on frame due to the push there.
Center hash, everybody's favorite position.
Runya. Coming in, gets the
That's
shot
on
on the
front.
goal.
Yeah, she was able to pull the goalie, get her arms free, and cross over to the other side.
2 for Paige in the first half, 2 for Paige in the second half.
See if she'll
Pushing
be.
it back to 6.
I was gonna say, maybe we'll be able to see a hat trick from her.
She's got one. She's got 4 goals.
Oh, I thought it was 2 and 2. I'm sorry. 4 goals. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, the 3. Okay,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, it's been a long day. I'm sorry. I got this. Like what?
You're good.
Yeah.
Hey, we've been going since like 11:30, and it's almost 8. So
All back to back. Sitting out in the sun.
yeah. Welcome to the life, Kenzie.
Thank you.
Yeah. Back to the draw here. Face off gathered by Lone Peak. Here comes Maddie. Over Jones. Gathered. Jones. And a goal for Corinne.
Lone Peak goal, number 14, Corinne Jones.
Do you want to know a fun fact about girls lacrosse that I haven't mentioned till to now?
Okay.
The goalie crease is not a crease for girls lacrosse. It's actually a goalie circle. They're different dimensions.
I did not know that.
Yeah, fun facts. Got
All right,
filled with
so
them.
here's my hockeyness coming out. I don't like that. I like a crease.
Everyone calls it a crease.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just look at the rule book and you're as an official,
Calls it
you
a
have to
circle.
say, the circle.
All right. Well, mental note.
I mean, you'll probably never hear me say it, but it's what it's called.
Another face-off with a long gather and controlled by Maddie again.
Yes, Tessa somehow lost her stick there for a second.
Potvin coming up. Maddie. Inside of 5 to go here in regulation.
Annalise was able to hold her out.
There's Neuenschwander. Sadie couldn't get the edge there. She'll take it back to X.
Open players.
Still on it here for Lone Peak. Mountain Ridge so good handing off on the defense. And there's the call.
In the sphere. Taking it to the 12. Only have to clear the lane.
Here's Neuenschwander. Oh, great
Nice
move.
split. Good block.
Went
by
low
Becca.
and Becca was ready. Another save for Bergeron.
Crease violation, setting a Lone Peak behind the goal.
It's actually a circle.
Goalie circle. Yeah, see? I will call it
I
crease.
couldn't resist. I could
Yeah.
not resist. I'm calling it crease. I had to,
You had to get it in there.
Yeah. How about Becca? Another
Becca's
big
awesome.
save.
Well, I feel like Becca was already set up there before the
She
ball
was.
even got there.
She
Yeah.
kind of knew, hey, they're going to go low,
Yeah.
and was ready for it. Here's Clark. Emery. Mountain Ridge 3 minutes away from advancing to the state championship. And I think attuned to that fact. A little bit of clock, ball movement. That one recaptured there by Shaw. Two and a half to go. Kiara.
I mean, I think the things that keep teams running when there is like a decent point differential is you want to leave on a good note. You want to leave the field knowing you did something good at the end.
Tessa
Yes.
going far side and the goal, and that might do it.
Yeah, just being happy and leaving with something on this field, saying I did my best, I gave my 100%, and I can only be proud as, like, I can be proud of myself and my team because we tried our best, we did our best, and you fight till the end, so you can say that at the end, be like, I fought 100% through.
Tessa started it for Mountain Ridge tonight and may have just ended it. Change here and face off is Paige Runya. No, excuse me, Taya Chalk, the freshman.
Yeah, we'll see who
At
wins
the
this
draw?
draw.
Yeah. We've moved Annalise back to defense. And a draw
Tessa
that
will pick it up.
has gone to Mountain Ridge.
Two minutes remaining.
Here's Tessa.
Draw it. Nice little shot for Morgan. I said little shot. That was nothing little about that. She was clear out nearly to the 8 and soared that ball all the way to the back of the net.
Morgan Matthews.
Crisp passing. Ends up in the back of the net. This game been controlled by Mountain Ridge from the start, and boy, should be interesting. I mean, look, Kenzie, we've seen Sky Ridge and Mountain Ridge both today. When you think about that as a potential championship, any thoughts? Anything you're excited to see? Or
I'm excited to see the Buchner sisters come against some of these Mountain Ridge players. You know, they're a strong team. There's a handful of really strong players on both teams, and it'll be fun to see who gets the leg up with them.
I'll tell you this, even the draw, right? Because I think we
Yeah,
saw Sky Ridge really take control on the
Yep.
draw today. We've seen Mountain Ridge control the draw, strength against strength. Who
Yes.
can win that battle? You know, I go back to Maddie. She's got a pair of goals. They both came late in the second half. Can Mountain Ridge slow up the Buchner sisters, or do they find success? It'll be interesting.
I think they played before, and they've had
They did.
Yeah, they've only had a few point differential.
Yeah, I think it was
So-
12-9.
Yeah, 12-9, yeah. So they played 12-9. I think, Mountain Ridge, so they can come in the fire that they have right now, stay connected as a team, win it off the draw, I think is going to be a key aspect against Sky Ridge. They can win that draw. I think they could have the Buchner sisters.
Inside of a minute to go, Mountain Ridge preparing to advance to Zions Bank Stadium for the 6A final as Tessa Mortensen will have this from 8 meters.
You may be right. Tess may be ending this game with the last goal.
And that's saved
Nice
by
save.
Fuller.
Leaving on a good note, that's for sure.
Nearly gave it away. Final 30 seconds. The 6A RPI ends up getting it right. It will be 1 versus 2 in the 6A state final. The Mountain Ridge Sentinels jump out to a start and finish 15-8. They get the win over Lone Peak. Kenzie, your final thoughts on the player of the game?
I think, both teams had great games. There's amazing moments for both teams. Mountain Ridge was just able to find more of those great moments and spread them out throughout the whole game. Becca did amazing in goal. I think she was one of their key players. But Tessa had draw control, or they had a lot of draw control from the beginning, from Tess to the first goal, I think, to the last goal. So I think Tess would be my MVP of the game. I think she played amazingly, great handling, and I think she'll do amazing against Sky Ridge.
We're set for a couple of great championships in 5A and 6A. Come join us Thursday for the 5A and 6A state championships as Mountain Ridge defeats Lone Peak 15-8. For Tino Psyche, Kenzie Christiansen, my name is Dane Stewart. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on Championship Thursday live from Zions Bank Stadium. Good night, everybody.
7 p.m.